Hello everyone, Yonstar here, and food is something that we all like. I'm sure you have a favorite food, something you could eat anywhere, at any time. Maybe you have a food you like, but it's something most people don't like. And there are a couple things I like that I know other people think are gross. I grew up pretty poor, so I was taught to eat anything I was given, even stuff I hated. But I'll talk about foods I dislike in a future video. One thing that was consistent was hot dogs. We usually have at least one pack of hot dogs in the fridge at all times. But most people like hot dogs, so what's weird about that? Well, I like eating them raw. We always got Oscar Mayer hot dogs. I used to like going into the fridge, popping open the hot dog package, and eating raw hot dogs 2 at a time. I've stopped doing this because my dad mostly buys a different brand, and I haven't eaten raw hot dogs in years. Spaghetti was another staple dinner. It's my favorite meal. But there was another staple meal for us. As a kid, I didn't really like mac and cheese. No idea why, I just didn't. But something my dad always made was tuna mac, which is pretty much just mac and cheese, but with a can of tuna thrown in. And it's one of my comfort foods. It's still my second favorite meal to this day. Since it was such a prominent dinner alongside spaghetti, I assumed that everyone had tuna mac. I'd see cans of beef mac and chili mac, which are delicious, so mac and cheese variants were so normal to me. But when I first brought it up to my friends in middle school, I was met with disgust. They told me it sounded disgusting and they would never try it. And that would outline the reactions I'd get when bringing up tuna mac from that point forward. I still get very upset when people react that way to tuna mac, since it feels so personal to me. I think everyone should try it. You just add room temperature tuna to your mac and cheese when you're done cooking it. My dad likes using the name brand tuna. He also likes to add a touch of salt and good amounts of pepper, paprika, and some dillweed. The tuna juice is also good for the fur of cats and dogs. Maybe in the future I'll make a tuna mac guide. Another meal I thought was more normal was dirty rice. Since we were poor, we ate a lot of those box meals, like hamburger helper type stuff. One we would always get was called dirty rice. It's meat and rice with Cajun spices. Fun fact, I didn't know that dirty rice was Cajun until I just looked it up. I didn't want to eat it when I was a toddler, because it had the word dirty in it. But I eventually tried it and fell in love. Again, it was just a normal family meal. But when I brought it up to one of my friends, he told me that it sounded gross and made fun of me for eating something dirty. We're not friends anymore. My sister and I have very similar tastes. Growing up, I'd always see my sister drinking the juice out of a pickle jar. She'd drink it like an alcoholic at happy hour. And since she liked it so much, I wanted a taste. Destiny, can I have a sip?
Oh, you want a drink of my elixir? Here you go.
And from that moment, my sister cursed me with a love of pickle juice. And now I'm the older sister who pounds back the pickle jar, and I've passed the curse. My brother once nearly threw up from chugging a jar of pickle juice. The curse is working. Speaking of pickles, there was something we liked having with our pickles. Sometimes Dee would hand me a couple of pickles, then drench them with mustard, and we loved it. The sour of the pickles and the tang of the mustard just worked so well. But we didn't just eat mustard with pickles. We'd also just put mustard in the palm of our hands and eat them that way. What can I say? We love mustard. I still prefer my sister's sandwiches to my dad's because she'll put just the right amount of mustard on them. But that's not the end of the two of us drinking odd things. We never really got to eat steak that often. It was an event when we did. But even though we didn't have steak often, we still had a steady supply of steak sauce. Well, I'm not sure if steady is the right word, because Dee also liked drinking the steak sauce. I ate my steaks with ketchup at first, but seeing Dee chugging the steak sauce like it was pickle juice, I started eating my steaks with A1. And my sister had cursed me once again, but with a love of steak sauce. I'm surprised that we had any A1 left with how much we loved drinking it. Same with the pickles and the mustard. Now on to something that only I enjoy. Brushing your teeth is something that a lot of kids have to do every morning. Even though I forget sometimes, I do enjoy brushing my teeth. And orange juice is something that people usually drink in the mornings. So I heard a lot of people complain about drinking orange juice after brushing their teeth. But honestly, I don't mind it. The tastes don't blend together for me, so I taste the mint and the orange separately. It's not really something I go out of my way for, but I really don't hate it. I also heard as a kid that kids weren't supposed to like vegetables. And I don't really like most vegetables, but there were two vegetables I liked. I used to think I was a rabbit, so I really like carrots. But that's not that unusual. But the other vegetable I liked was broccoli. And broccoli is one of the most hated vegetables. There was a whole Powerpuff Girl episode about hating broccoli. As a kid, when I saw broccoli, I saw them as tiny trees. So I ate them while imagining that I was a long-necked dinosaur. And I like eating raw broccoli, which even other broccoli lovers don't really do. Don't get me wrong, I also love steamed broccoli, and broccoli covered with melty cheese, but raw was always my favorite. But vegetables are one thing, side dishes are another. And there's no side dish quite like fries. I've always loved fries, and I'm sure most people watching can agree. But I think I might like fries a little too much. I've liked every fry I've ever eaten. Straight, curly, waffle, crinkle, smiley, doesn't matter. This all culminated in middle school, when I told a group of my friends that I hadn't had a fry I didn't like, and they decided to test that. So someone grabbed their fry, dipped it in their strawberry milk, and topped it with a chunk of pear. They handed it to me with a condescending, "See if you like this." So I bit into it, and I liked it. Just like with the toothpaste and OJ, the taste separated for me. Everyone was disgusted and surprised, so I told them to try it. Only a couple tried it, but they also agreed that it tasted good. And they learned never to test my love of fries. And finally, my biggest food crime. Pizza is a very contested food. Everyone has an idea of what makes a good pizza and what is unacceptable on pizza. And if there's one thing people seem dead set against, it's pineapple on pizza. You can probably tell where this is going. I like pineapple and ham pizza, but I don't just like it. It's my favorite kind of pizza. I only ever ate pepperoni and cheese pizzas until my dad brought home some Hawaiian pizza. I'd never had any before, but I wanted to try some, and now I crave it all the time. But I know that people have strong opinions about it. I told someone in choir class once that I liked pineapple pizza, and she got absurdly mad. She said she wanted to hunt down and kill anyone who likes pineapple on their pizza. Just choir things. In the end, I think everyone should have at least one weird food they like. Weirdness is the spice of life. Let me know what unique foods you like, and definitely let me know if you also like anything I've mentioned here. And subscribe so you can see when I talk about the foods I don't like. Stay healthy, everyone. Bye!